Ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. So, welcome back to the MRes discussion. This is Dr. Fola talking to you live and direct. Hi, all. Welcome back. So, picking up from what we were discussing or what we were talking about around the application process. So I just want to go through some uni websites. I already did this prior, but I want to do it again because the university that I found or the course that I chose was not allowing for dependents. Now, a lot of challenges are in there, and I think one of the things you want to do is to check with the university. If you're not sure, email them and ask. They will confirm it. But I feel like this one is one of those, even though I can't see a confirmation on here, but based off of everything, and if you want to know what are the things I say you should consider, watch the video where I talked about that on this channel. Now, so I have considered all of that, and I think this is one of those. But again, for you to be 100%, email the university. Let it be in writing. So, University of Huddersfield, this is nursing and midwifery MSc by research. So they have the 2025-2026. So if you want to apply, this is where you click on how to apply, gives you the information. So actually, these are the information you need for international students and for home students. And then you would have to choose a research. This is very key. So for this university, you actually would choose a research before you apply. You choose a research area. They've listed some research that they do or that they have, and so you have to choose one of them. It's either that or you can design your own. Apparently you can design your own projects as well, but it will be within a certain limits because they will have to check if they have supervision capacity in that space. Then you would apply. Obviously you're applying for online research degree but not PhD, because it says here if you're applying for PhD, it's not a PhD. So you will need to include proposal. This is the one. So some uni do not require you to have proposal and some unis do. So this is a uni that is requiring you to have a 1,000 to 2,000 words proposal. This is very, very key because they are going to use this proposal to determine two things. One, if your research is doable within the time frame and they have the supervisory team or somebody that can supervise you. And I think three things. And then the third one is that if your research is even up to standard, because if it's not up to standard, then they won't take you on. So it's really key that you work on this proposal. They have what happened next, all of this. You can check the uni website for more. I'm not saying apply to this uni, I just want to show you an example. And I have another one I'm going to show you as well. Moving on. So this is an example. The overview of the MRes program, they tell you it's 1 year. Really little or no thought component. They're going to be doing research, cover research topic, discuss with your supervisor. You'll be appointed the main supervisor and probably somebody else to support you. You're going to, at the end of your program, have about 25,000 words projects submitted as your final thesis. Once you complete, you will be awarded your degree. That's it. Now you can decide, then you may apply for a full PhD degree if you want from your MRes. Remember, one of the benefits I talked about when it comes to MRes is that it's an easier route into a PhD than a thought master. But because somebody messaged me asking, oh, Dr. Fola, does this mean that if we do a thought masters we will struggle with a PhD? And I said no, because I did a thought masters and I got a PhD, even got a scholarship for my PhD. So no, you don't have to study an MRes to do a PhD, but if you study through an MRes, it's a lot easier. Now, what I did say again is that you should make sure that you have a good background knowledge of that subject area. So that means somebody that has had maybe a previous MSc or someone that has worked in that area for a while, so they have good knowledge of the area. Then just adding on the research skill to inform them will be good. Moving away, so entry requirements, the days or the time of the year that they accept application, the research deadline. So these are the deadline research proposal. This is a clinical MRes or for clinicians, so to speak, because it's nursing and midwifery. So they have clinical research proposal. If you have funding, scholarship, if you want to apply for that, you can check it out. Supervisors. So this is one of the MRes. So this, they already have someone appointed into that space, but there are others. So this is another one. This is another program that or projects that you can work on, and they have 2 supervisors in that space. And so you can just check out all of these and see which one fits your interest. So these are all that they have. These are all the different programs. So they already have programs selected that you can apply for with supervisor as well. So that is that. Look at this one. I actually found this one to be interesting. Assisted conception and BME community. So assisted conception, like fertilization, embryology. So they want to assess or do some research around the BME, we, me, you, communities in the UK, and understand why they are not well represented, so to speak, when it comes to all of this BM, embryology and fertilization. So here I see you are likely going to use a qualitative methodology to examine their perception or not. So they already give you an idea of what methodology they want. So if you are applying for this, for example, in your research proposal, you need to be digging out the methodology and showcase that. Not necessarily that you can do qualitative, but you have some idea what a qualitative research entails, so that they know some of what they are expecting from you. You will need to find evidence of, in your proposal, you need to find evidence of human fertilization. First of all, defining or explaining what is human fertilization, embryology, and also evidence that BMEs, black and minority group, whatever you call it, how they are underrepresented, what is the data, statistics telling us around that. So you need to find quite a lot. And why is this an issue? What is the fertility rate or challenge in that community? And what are the cultural implications or cultural influence in taking on embryology or fertilization treatments? So you highlight so many of these and then use that to inform your research proposal. So anyway, that's how you can do that. You can definitely, if I was applying, I would click on some of these individuals, have a look at who they are and their research projects, what they are doing. So this person now, Dr. Zoe Darwin, she's a reader in health research. So I'll be looking at her profile, some of her work. You can see all of these, her Google Scholar Index, which is good. Look at just everything that informs her research, where she's worked. You could see some of her collaborations across the globe. So this person is really very active, it seems. You're looking at some of their publications. All of this, you want to use them to inform. So I can see a phenomenological exploration. So already I can see that they are interested in phenomenology. So that would also inform my research proposal. So that will inform my research proposal and just let me know what they are interested in, and so I can incorporate that. The more you do some of these things, the better. So like I said, they've published wide. I can see they've done something in Nepal. So if you're interested in doing something in maybe Nigeria, for example, this person will not probably have an issue because they are well expanded. I'm just saying, for example. So moving on very quickly. Let me show you the other uni that I clicked on. So this is University of Wolverhampton, and you have the Masters in Research, or MRes in Public Health, sorry. The Masters in Research for Public Health. So unfortunately this one is closed for now. So as you can see on the portal, this is closed, so you can't apply right now. But I'm just showing you in case if, for example, in the next year you decide I want to explore this. So look at the MRes. It's 1 year. It's a city campus. Blah. You can check the course specification document. I don't think you really need this document. It just gives you more information about the course, but depend. But at least you will be able to see the modules that you are going to take. You'll be able to see the modules, and you'll be able to see their credits rating and whatnot, all of which can inform your application. But these are information that It's a lot of information. The student support, you can highlight this, summarize this, maybe copy, put it into GPT, ask it to summarize the key details, and you can then rewrite that in summarizing why DC University and possibly why UK. So some of those will be in here, but this is quite a lot of information. So moving on, it's 1 year program, so these are the modules you're going to cover. Again, a very short summary of each of the module and what you would encounter. So for this one is a research methods for public health skills, or skills in public health. So you'll be doing quantitative, qualitative, and probably systematic review, I believe, or literature review. Here you'll be doing health promotion. So this is the only module that is actually based on the public health topic itself or field itself. So the others are research influence. So you have the research dissertation, which is actually the one with the big credit rating of 120. So anyway, these are the information, the fees. If you want to know how much the fee costs, you can come here and check the fee. So for this 2025-26 is 16,950. If there's going to be any discount, that will probably be a unique consideration, and that's something to discuss in depth. Entry requirements, so some of the entry requirements. So anyway, as you can see, for this program there is no research proposal. So that means if you want to inquire more, contact information is there. So that means they actually do not require you to write a proposal, not like the other one. They don't have topics chosen out for you, not like the other one as well, Huddersfield's own. So something you can consider, do I want to apply for this or for that? And obviously there are other considerations for you to put in mind. But just to say that this one, as an example, does not require you to write a research proposal. So if you were to apply for this, obviously we can't apply now because I believe it's closed. Let's see, City Campus, January 2020. Yeah, it's closed. So I believe it's closed. So because it's closed, we have to wait for the next opening slot, which will probably be January 2026 or even further down the line, and then to apply. But if I was to apply for this, I'll kind of do my background work, which is I will probably go into and search for their staff, see who are teaching on the program and how I can relate my research to theirs. So in your personal statement, so that you can highlight some of what is already being done. So I'll go to our schools. These are the different schools. I'll go to education, health and well-being, because that's where that one is. And I'll go to I believe. Yeah. So I'll go to this one and I will check. That's not what I want. Not a video. I need to find it. Alright, so just gonna stop here actually, because my light is gone off and I need to recharge my battery. But generally what I was going to say is I'm going to get the staff team, just some of the people, postgraduate courses, not this. I actually want the staff. So I get some of the staff members and I look at their profile and use that to inform. Let me just randomly search someone since I know somebody here. So I'll search the program. Very slow. Pretty slow. Well, it's not coming up. Anyway, what I wanted to do is search the uni website for the staff team that are within the program, then check what they have done in terms of their doing, in terms of their research, and then use that to inform my personal statement writing. So if I see that they are interested in, immigrant population, for example, if that is something that I'm interested in, I can then highlight that in my research proposal as part of why I want to study at this uni and want to study this program. So that's that. If there's any clarification question that you want me to address, I'll be more than happy to do so. So as a of module, I feel like I'm teaching in class now. As an end of, apologies, I don't have a bright light anymore, but we'll make do it. As an end of module discussion or consideration, which one do you think would be better off for you? Would it be the Huddersfield one, which has a research proposal in it, or the Wolverhampton one, which does not have research proposal in it? Remember that with either one, you will still write a research proposal, either before you go on the program or after you begin the program. So which do you think, as a student or as someone that is considering applying for any of this uni, which do you think is more appropriate, easier and logical, before or after the admission? Thank you, and I will see you in another video. Don't forget to like, share, do all the good stuff, and ask questions if you want me to do something else or explore other options. I will be more than happy to do so. As you can see, somehow Wolverhampton has refused to load. So I'm leaving here then. Thank you and bye bye.